Gildan Audio presents an unabridged recording of Falling in Love with America Again by Jim Demint and the Heritage Foundation. Narrated by Timothy Andres Pabon. Forward by Dr. Ben Carson. When I was growing up in inner-city Detroit and later in Boston, the civil rights movement was just getting started, and young African Americans like myself were confronted with vicious racism at virtually every turn. Sometimes I came across it in the park when a group of older white boys tried to drown me in a lake. Sometimes I faced it in school when one of my teachers was so upset by my high grades that she took all the white students to task for allowing a, quote, mere black to outperform them academically. I was shocked by episodes of blatant racism I witnessed within my own family, as my two older cousins were the victims of brutal, racially motivated beatings by the police. One of the worst effects of growing up in a racist society is that if everyone tells you that you're worthless and good for nothing, chances are high that you'll end up believing them. Fortunately, like many young blacks, I was a beneficiary of an extensive network of little platoons that African Americans had established over the years, supportive families, in my case a remarkable single mom, dedicated ministers, and some truly caring neighbors. They shielded us from the most corrosive effects of racism. Our bodies may have been battered by white bigots, but our souls were unscathed. Jim Demint's important new book, Falling in Love with America Again, is a love song to America's little platoons. At a time when so many in the media are bent on singing the praises of the high and mighty, Jim reminds us that America's real heroes are not to be found strolling through the corridors of power or ensconced in the mansions of the rich and famous. Rather, they're the modest man or woman who lives next door, who may not have attended an Ivy League university or even graduated from high school, but who takes our Judeo-Christian heritage seriously and strives day in and day out to, quote, do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with God. Micah 6:8. These are the men and women whom we should honor and strive to emulate, but whom we usually overlook. Instead, too many of us pin our hopes and prayers on.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?